Well, hello everybody, welcome to Robert's train set again. I'm desperately trying to get this up 2 weeks after my last one. Although if I say now that today is Tuesday and I've only just had one of these delivered, you can see it's a bit tight, but we'll see what we can get. So it's about these. So let's just swing round a little bit. And you already know about the A4, but you might not know about the two 060s in front of it. So let's come back to me. So I've got a Ginty, as you can see in the background there. In fact, I've got two. I've got one that works and one that doesn't. And they're both Hornby. But I was looking through TMC's locos the other day, and yes, there was a BACHMANN Ginty with sound and reasonably priced, I must say. So I bought it. So that came, and you'll see how it ran in a minute. And I watched one of Hornby magazine's sort of, I don't know what we call sales pitch, really, isn't it? And they had the J68, 69 locos on it. And the one I've got here is the Liverpool Street Pilot. And a bit later into the video, if I have enough time, I'll explain a bit why I've got these. Now, I'm sure you all know by now, I just buy anything I want. But that doesn't mean to say there can't be a reason for that. And for these two, I think there are. One of the major reasons was it's one of Accurascale's newest locos, and a small one. You know, we're all used to having the big ones and the big diesels and all that, but you know, this is a little 060. So we'll see how it runs. And then if I get time, I'd like to get up in the loft and run them. But if I don't, I'll just do a very short sort of introduction, like from here, and then do a more comprehensive look at them in another video. It just depends how the time goes. I mean, part of the problem at the moment, as everybody in the UK knows, is we're having a bit of a heat wave. Well, heat wave for us, and even in here today with it cloudy, and I think I just heard a little drop of rain, it's 26 degrees in here. And I know some people would love that, but not me. I just do not like heat at all, I'm afraid. So let's get into the pictures first, the unboxing, how it came, and then just some pictures of the model on here, and you know, like I normally do, hopefully. So I hope you'll enjoy it. So that I don't have to say at the end, I've still got a couple of things still to come, believe it or not. One which I ordered today, and another one that's awaiting from China, I think we could say. So still some more to come. Cheers. So this is the first one, and I've always liked the Ginty. I had the Hornby one right at the beginning, and it was my one to go to test the track and everything. Now this was odd. They'd obviously reused the box, so that's good. And you can see sort of the normal packing. This was reasonably well secured in the box, although it was a very small package in a big box, didn't it? But there it is on the layout. And later on we'll compare it to the Accurascale one. So normal stuff, sound files, everything like that. Yeah, and there's a closer up look of it, which is all right. But no accessories. All I got was this blanking plate. That was it. Nothing else. So little going back
But it's a nice looking logo, and compared to the Hornby ones, a lot more detail on it. It's got rivets for one thing, and yeah, and a lot heavier, I must say. So this is a Holden now. They say J67, 69, but there's also a 68, which wasn't a Holden. So that's really the one I bought, I think. But there we are. Shown the box up here because it was completely different. You tear the open and it opens like that, which I've not seen before. I don't know if any of you have. Normal packing. They didn't need a lot of packing in this. It was quite a good fit to the box. Usual bubble wrap around it, and then plastic around that, and the usual very substantial box from Accurascale. Quite a few bits, as you can see. And I even got a certificate. I've got a certificate, look. Ooh. And there she is. I said I'd like to explain why I bought this, but I think I'm going to have to leave it for the next bit of video I do on it later on. And there you can see the two boxes together, along with the two logos. And these boxes have been mounting up. I have to try and get them up in the loft, but initially they go in that cupboard. I'm running out of space. So as you know, hopefully by now, that I like to see how they run slowly. And I've got to say, this Ginty doesn't look too healthy, does it? Yeah, I was a little bit worried about it. Well, I still am at the time of doing this voiceover. But it's not all as bad as this, is what I'll say. So next I'll stop it and we'll just put the sound on. Just the the steam really. Maybe an odd whistle. So definitely not impressed with this really slow running, and that is as slow as it will go on this controller. So yeah. So time for the. Let's give it the right name. It's a Hill J68, not a Holden, this particular one. So yeah, quite a bit of confusion. But you can see I was rather more delighted with this one than I did with the Ginty. This again is at the same lowest speed setting on the controller. So yeah, pretty damn happy with that, I must admit. And none of these locos have been running at all. I just run them a little bit just to see that they'd work, So let's have see what it sounds like on this one. So let's just do a little bit on the running over the points. So I'll just show them running with the sound on, and we'll see how they get on. So as you can see, with a little bit more speed on the Ginty, it runs pretty well. So I am hoping that running it in will help that low speed. If not, I don't know, it might go back, I'll see. They do like them to run slow. So I think this AccuraScale loco has all these random sounds that come up, you know, that you can't really do much about, which is okay, but you notice the Ginty didn't have anything like that, did it? So I didn't blow the whistle on this loco because they were both on 3 and I didn't have the right setting on the controller because it was set up for the Ginty. So the Dapol A4 are getting better. So let's have a look at this first, if you remember from the last one on these. So let's see how it is after I've done a little modification to it, which I'll show you in another video. And yes, I have run this a little bit slower, but sometimes they fall off easier when they're going slow. So hopefully it'll all work. And yes, I did have to top up the smoke. Put 5 drops in it, and you can see it's working well.
So here I am. Now I might be at the end of the video, I might be in the middle, I'm not quite sure. But chalk and cheese, you could say, these two, couldn't you? But you need to bear in mind that the BACHMANN Ginty is only a 3-pole motor, and obviously the new ACCURASCALE is a 5-pole motor. And although this Ginty is a bit more of an advance on my Hornby ones, it's probably reasonably old tooling. I don't think it's a new release. It wouldn't have a 3-pole motor in it, surely not. But I'm hoping that with a bit of running in up on the loft layout, that the Ginty will improve. We'll see. So the reason I say I don't know whether this is going to be the end and all you've seen is all I've got at the moment, or whether we get up into the loft. All right? Bye.
So yes, more to come on these. Also, one of the deliveries has arrived, and they really are good. I'll show you them later.